Good afternoon, everyone. It's been a while since I did a video on my MFM build, so I thought I'd just give it an update and also highlight some of the features that you may or may not know are in the build. So let's get to it. The very first thing that will come up when you load the MFM build, of course, is the movie section. That is then followed by the TV shows section. Then we have a link to Terrarium. Then the kids spot section, the free live TV section, then the paid live TV subscription section. Have a sports section, have a favorite section. We have a fitness section, have a music section, and then of course the settings section. So we'll go ahead and start with the movie section. As always, above the movie section is always the widget. A lot of times people are confused or don't understand what I refer to when I'm talking about the widget. The widget is just simply the little posters, movie posters that are visible, and you can, as you can see, click to the right. There's a lot of movies there, and these are all intended to be single click. So for example, Rogue One, if we hit enter on that, it is using the Sub-Zero add-on, which has been really working phenomenally. You might get a little pause as you see right there, but that's perfectly normal. There's no streams to pay. It just goes ahead and starts playing the movie. One of the tips that I have mentioned in the past, if you want to know if you got a pretty good stream or not, is do a fast forward. And so I'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit. And if the internet and the video can sync fairly quickly, as you can see it did right there, then you know you got a pretty decent stream. Violate any YouTube copyright issues. And that's how this widget works. And like I said, there is a lot of movies here. If you want to go to the actual add-on, come below. So you got movies, and then you come below to this bottom wheel. Here are all the different movie add-ons that I have. And you can see Sub-Zero's full movie library is right here. And you click into that, you'll get right to the area where all the movies are at. Again, if you want to explore the add-on some more, you can click the two little dots at the top, and then you can see that there are other sections as well. I have it going into this full HD movies only section for the widget, and then I have it going into the movie collection, which is where we just came from. But as you can see, there's also a box sets collection, which is pretty cool. And it just gives you, like, if you look at Back to the Future, for example, you get all the movies in the same spot. So it's kind of a nice feature. So this is an excellent add-on. Of course, I have all the other add-ons, Maverick, Pyramid, Supremacy. Those three add-ons are rock solid. Neptune and Elysium. They are also working very well. And we've got Bose, Cerebro, which I added recently, and then of course the Spanish section for movies. I also have a movie search here. I've shown you guys in the past before. When you go into the movie search, you get the keyboard, and I usually like to pick an older movie just to see how good the search engine capabilities is. Make sure that you're kind of getting everything, and as you can see, Apollo 13. I think I've selected that one in the past. And then what you're going to get is you're going to get a bunch of streams that you can pick from. The open load ones usually require you to pair, which means you have to open up a browser, and it tells you what the link is that you need to go to. But you don't want to pair, you can use these other ones like Vidsy, eStream, and so forth and so on. So that's how the search works. And then I got an in-theater section, and also movie trailers section that you can peruse. So that's pretty much it for the movie section. The TV show section works exactly the same way. I got a widget up here that I think I have it tied to, I forget if it's either Elysium or, well, let's just go ahead and try it. We'll just go ahead and pop this one right here. It's tied to Neptune. So you'll, like with any other TV show add-on, it'll always give you the season, and then you can pick the episode that you want, then it'll go out and it'll find the streams. Neptune will give you a little summary as to the streams that it's finding. You don't have to wait till the end. I mean, right there it's already found 162, so you can just go ahead and click cancel. And then just start with the top one, which is an HD link. And then usually you can see if it connects or not. So see, that one looks like it's going to play the first one. If it can't play, it'll automatically move to the next stream. But it's a good idea to keep an eye on that, because if the stream that it finds it has issues or it's buffering or something like that, you can always back out of it and go to the next stream. Just because, you know, it picked number 2 right now. So, and there you go. You do a quick little fast forward.
No, you're not going to get fired.
You can see that that's working fairly well. And then below this TV section, I've got a TV show search. I got 24/7 shows, Netflix. These are all just links. HBO shows. A lot of these I believe are using either Neptune or Elysium. Amazon. Then we got Maverick, Pyramid, Elysium. It's just a lot of options because, as you know, these add-ons do go down. And that's why in both the movie and the TV show sections, I try to provide you with as much content as possible. The next link, which I can't demo here, I have other videos for, is Terrarium, which is a separate application altogether that allows you to also look at movies and TVs. As I've mentioned in the past, it's a great backup to the Kodi. Some of you like to use that instead of the Kodi, which is perfectly fine. I keep the latest versions up on my website, and I send emails up whenever I do update it. The next section is for kids. It works exactly the same way. We got a widget up on top, and then below we got Neptune Kids. We got the Disney collection. The Disney collection is really a very nice collection. It puts all the Disney movies together in one place, and as you can see, there's just a lot of them. And you know, for the kids, that's something that that they can enjoy. And then I also have Spanish working section for the kids as well. Okay, now we move on to the free live TV section. The first one is Mobdro. That is an external application. I also install it on your Fire Stick. You can watch another video that I have on that. I believe I do have it on my website or on YouTube. Most of the channels are not in high definition, but they are watchable. One of the new ones that I recently added is this Cerebro IPTV. And it has a lot of channels, many channels. Some are from overseas, some are local. These channels go up and down. There's just, you know, there's really, I try my best to try to keep a good complement of working channels. But, you know, again, it's not an easy thing to do. But this IPTV seems to have been working fairly well. And as you can see, some of the selections have 2 different like over here it says CBS, what was it that I saw? Yeah, CBS and CBS. So if you try one and it doesn't work, then you know, see that one worked fairly well. It's standard, and I gotta keep that in mind. So that's Cerebro IPTV. Then I've got Maverick. I've got one that just picks up local news, and then Latin America for our Spanish-speaking customers. In the next section, it's the paid live TV subscription sites. I have the Players Club. I've got 2 links for Set TV because they've actually got 2 different APKs now. So one of these 2 will work if you decide that you want to subscribe. There's a separate link that I send out for you to get a free trial if you wish to try it. These are all going to be in high definition. They're pretty reasonably priced. Set TV is $20 a month for 3 devices. Players is $8 a month per device. Gears TV just came up with a new plan. It's $35, I believe, for 3 devices. And you also get their Streams Are Us, which is a movie add-on as well. And then you can check them out on their Facebook page. They sometimes run free trials that you can then go ahead and put the credentials in here, and it should work. Okay, the next section is sports. This section, again, is kind of like the live TV section. It's up and down, but these are the ones that I try to keep working as much as possible. If you go into today's live sport, this will pick up what's going on today in sports. I will tell you it's been working very well. Again, it is not, a lot of these are not in high definition, but it is free. The UFC add-on is really nice. I also added a UFC replays, although you can get replays from the main UFC add-on. I also added replays for NFL, for NBA, NHL, and Major League. And of course, there's Sports Devil there that's got a ton of sports options for you. The next section is favorites. That's where you can, if you find a channel that you like, you can favorite it. If you find a movie or a TV show that you want to favorite, essentially you click the little 3-line button on your remote control and then say add to favorites, and that's where it would go. And then recently, just kind of fooling around, I added some webcams. That's what these are down here. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. This one works pretty much all the time. That is the Key West sunset cam, which is pretty cool. So I put those there. I just do it for myself. Sometimes I just like to have some distraction up on the TV instead of watching the news or something like that. The next section is fitness. I have 3 different add-ons for fitness: the Fire, the Maverick, and the Bose. They all work very well when you go into them. There's just tons and tons of different workouts and whatnot. It's really a very comprehensive section. As some of you requested that I added a music section, I now have 3 different add-ons for music, and I also include a widget so that you can see the more, I think this is top albums, yeah, MP3 streams, top albums. And, for those of you that enjoy the music, you can put that on in the background while you're doing other stuff. It's pretty cool. And then finally, we come to settings. I usually tell you don't mess around too much in here, but the one thing that you can, and I encourage you to do, especially if you're having buffering issues, is the network speed test. The network speed test is important to make sure that you are having a good connection, especially when you're having problems with the buffering and things of that nature. Buffering, where the video is pausing, where sometimes it just takes a long time to start up, So as you can see, and this is on my Wi-Fi here. I have a very good connection. I have a dual router system, so I wouldn't expect anybody to go out and do kind of what I do. But that's 272 megabits down is kind of overkill. You really only need to watch movies between 10 and 15 megabits down is more than enough. To watch live TV channels, I always suggest better than 20. So that you can be buffer free. But that's where you check to make sure that your network is working properly. I've added a widget at the very top that shows you the weather. That is the weather for here in Frisco, Texas. If you want to change that, just drop me a line and I'll show you how to do that. And then finally, the exit Kodi section. Oops, get down here. Is where you're supposed to exit. You click down to where it says quit. I know a lot of you just hit the home key. That's okay. It's not going to hurt anything, but you should kind of get in the practice of every once in a while quitting out of your build. And there you have it. We're back at the movie section. That is a walkthrough of my build. I hope that you all have been enjoying using it. If you have any questions, as always, drop me a line over Facebook. I try to keep myself available as much as I can. With that, I will go ahead and close this recording. Thank you.